Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why wealth seems to flow effortless into the hands of certain people, while others struggle just to make ends meet? What is the secret? Is it luck, or a stroke of genius, or maybe some hidden formula they don't want the rest of us to know? So here's the truth. It's neither luck nor magic. The difference lies in how they think about money and the choice they make with it. Because the wealthier had the mindset that sees money not as the something to spend, but as a something to grow. Another thing, they don't just work for money, they make their money work for them. And here is the exciting part. This isn't reserved for elite or the lucky few. It's something anyone can learn. It's not about having $1 million in the bank today. It's about understanding the principles and habits that they build wealth over time. Principles that anyone can apply. So I'm going to share the 10 game-changing assets that the rich invest in. These aren't just investment. They are strategies, tools, and opportunities that wealth use to secure their futures, create freedom, and build legacies. So if you have ever dreamed of breaking free from financial stress, or building something bigger than yourself, or simply living a life where money isn't a constant worry, this is your moment. Because once you understand what I'm about to share, you will have the keys to transform your financial future forever. So number one, foundation of wealth. Asset vs liabilities. So let's begin at the foundation. We should know every successful journey starts with the understanding the basics of building wealth. That means understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. So what is asset? An asset is anything that can put money into your pocket. Things like investment, real estate, or business you own. On the flip side, liabilities take money out of your pocket. This could be things like loan or credit card debt, or that shiny new car that's lost value the moment you drive it off. So here's the golden rule. To build wealth, focus on acquiring assets and minimizing liabilities. It sounds simple, but in practice, it requires discipline. It's easy to get caught in the trap of buying things that look good or feel good in the moment, but don't contribute to your financial future. So take a moment to reflect. Are you investing in things that grow your wealth? Or are you accumulating liabilities that drain it? It's like, try to imagine your finance as a bucket. Assets fill the bucket, while liabilities poke holes in it. So the key is to start small. Maybe it is putting aside a bit of money each month to invest in stock, or starting in a side hustle that can grow into the bigger business. Because over time, those small steps compound into a significant result. So by understanding this distinction between assets and liabilities is the first step toward financial independence of yours. So once you grasp it, you will start to see the world differently. You will make a better choice and you avoid financial pitfalls. So number two, cash, the foundation of financial security. So let me start with the most familiar asset, cash. It's not the flashiest, but it's absolute essential. Think of it as your emergency fuel tank. So without it, any financial hiccup like a medical emergency or a sudden car repair can knock you, of course. But cash isn't just about security, it's also about opportunity. So imagine this. You come across an unbeatable investment or a business opportunity. If you have liquid cash on hand, you can seize it instantly without scrambling to liquidate your assets. That is the power of being prepared. So the goal isn't to hold just the cash under your mattress, but to have enough set aside to weather any storm. So one real good rule of thumb, aim for 3 up to 6 months of living expenses in an easily accessible account. So once you have built this safety net, start putting those cash to work. So whether through high yield saving accounts or just CDS or other short-term investment. So think of cash as both your shield and your springboard, because it's the first step in a journey to financial freedom. So number 3, stocks. Briefly understanding about stock, it gives you the chance to own a slice of a company and the benefits as it grows. Try to imagine a part owner of the companies like Apple, Amazon, or Tesla. Because those companies, as they succeed, you also gonna be succeed. So the beauty of stock lies in their potential compound growth. So over time, the returns of your investment begin to snowball and creating exponential wealth. So think of it as a planting tree. So in the early years, it grows slowly, but eventually it towers above everything else. But some of you might feel intimidated by the stock market. It can seem like a wild roller coaster, but here's the secret. Time in the market beats time in the market. So the earlier you start, the longer you give your investment to grow and recover from any downturns. So to get started, focus on diversified investment like index fund or ETFs. These spread your money across multiple companies and reducing risk. So for example, the SP 500 index fund gives you a thin slice of the 500 largest companies in the US. It's a simple and beginner-friendly way to start growing your wealth. And you should know this. Stocks aren't just for wealthier. They are for anyone who is serious about building financial freedom. And the key is to invest consistently and think for a long-term investing. And if you have a little persistence today, you can lead to a massive reward in your future. Number 4, real estate. Turning property into a profit. So next up is the real estate, an asset class that has created countless millionaires throughout history. But why? Because real estate is tangible, dependable, and often appreciated over time. But here's the real magic. Real estate isn't just about owning a land. It's about making your money working for you. Picture this. You buy a rental property, and every month, tenants pay you rent. This creates a steady stream of passive income. So over time, as you pay down the mortgages, you build equity, and as the property value rises, the equity increases even more. But real estate isn't a one-size-fits-all investment. You have options. Maybe you start with a small single-family home to rent out, or perhaps you have a venture into a commercial real estate or even house flipping. So each path offers a unique opportunity to grow your wealth. And if you are worried about a lack of capital to get started, don't let that hold you back. So with the option like FHA loan or real estate partnership, you don't need to be a millionaire to begin investing. And let's not forget about real estate investment trust REITs, a way to invest in a real estate without actually buying a property. So REITs let you earn from real estate while avoiding those hassles of managing tenants or repairs. So another pro tip is real estate requires research and effort. You will need to analyze location, a market trend, and the potential returns. But once you have done your work, it can become a powerful vehicle for your wealth creation. It's not just about owning a property, it's about creating opportunity and building your financial independence. Let's bring us to bonds. Bonds, safe and steady return. So if stocks are the race cars of the investment world, bonds are the steady cruise ship. They are not flash, but they are reliable. And in the world where stability is often undervalued, bonds can be your secret weapon. Bonds are essential, one that you give to a government or corporation. In return, they promise to pay you back with interest. So think of it as you being a bank. You are lending money and getting paid for it. So what makes bonds so attractive is their predictability. Unlike stocks, which can swing widely in value, bonds offer a steady, fixed return, make them a cornerstone for conservative investors or those nearing retirement. So now you might be thinking, but bonds don't grow as fast as stocks. You'd be right. Bonds aren't designed for explosive growth. They are designed to provide balance and reduce risk in your portfolio. So when the stocks market dip, bonds often hold steadily, cushioning your overall losses. And here are the different types of bonds to explore. There is a government bonds, like the US Treasury bonds. Municipal bonds are issued by the local government and they often come with tax benefits. Another is corporate bonds, offer high returns but comes with slightly more risk. But remember this, wealth isn't just about chasing the highest return, it's about building a diversified strategy that can wealthier any storm. Bonds might not get the headline, but they are essential tools in your financial toolbox. So number 6, mutual funds and index funds. Diversify for safety. Most of us, we don't have the time or expertise to pick individual stocks or bonds. That is where mutual funds and index funds come to rescue. They are the perfect solution for anyone who wants to invest without the stress of managing every detail. So what are they? So mutual funds pull money from many investors to buy a diversified mix of assets managed by the professionals. Meanwhile, index funds aim to mimic the performance of the specific market index, like the SP 500. So the beauty of these funds is their built-in diversification. Instead of putting all eggs in one basket, you are spreading your risk across many different companies or assets. So this reduces your chance of catastrophic loss if your one investment doesn't perform well. And the index funds in particular are a favorite among long-term investors. Why? Because they are low cost, require little maintenance, and outperform most active managed funds over time. You should know this. Getting started is easier than you might think. You don't need a fortune to invest in mutual funds or index funds, because many allow you to start with just a few $100s. And the key is consistent, making a regular contribution, whether it's a monthly or quarter, and watch your investment just grow over time. Number 7, people. Greatest asset. The most overlooked but the most important asset of all. People. That is right. No matter how much money you have, your success will always be tied to the relationship you build and the people you surround yourself with. Think about it. Who inspired you? Who challenged you to be better? Who support you when your times get tough? The people in your life, mentors, colleagues, friends, family, are the ones who help shape your journey. They can open doors, offer you advice, and provide the emotional support when you needed it. But building a relationship isn't just about what others can do for you. It's about what you can do for them. Be the person who adds value, who lifts others up, who listens and supports without expecting anything in return. Because the more you give, the more you will find others willing to help you in returns. This applies to professional ethics as well. Surround yourself with the people who are smarter, more experienced. Try to seek mentors who can guide you and peers who can grow with you. And don't forget about investing in yourself, because personal development, whether through education, skill building, or self-care, is the ultimate investment. Because the more you grow as a person, the more valuable you become to the others, and the more you can achieve. At the end of the day, wealth isn't just about money. It's about the impact you make and the relationship you nurture. So number 8, intellectual property. Ideas that pay. So let me ask you something. What is the one thing that can never be stolen from you, but has the power to generate endless income from you? It's your ideas, your intellectual property. In today's world, ideas aren't just powerful, they are profitable also. Intellectual property, IP, refer to the creations of the mind, your inventions, artistic works, designs, brand, and even unique process or a system. Think about the author of the best-selling book, the investors of groundbreaking technology, or the creator of the hit song. These people didn't just create something valuable, they create something that pays them over and over again. So consider this. When you write a book, compose a song, or develop a software, you are building something that can generate royalties or licensed fees for years to come. So that is the beauty of IP. It's work for you even when you are not actively working on it. It's an asset that grows, it evolves with time and recognitions. So how do you start creating IP? First, identify your unique skills or passion. Are you an artist? Are you a writer? Are you a programmer? Whatever your talent, think about how you can turn it into a product or service that others want or need. Then protect your work, whether it's through copyrights or patents or trademark. Securing your IP ensure that you own the rights to your creation. Remember this, the greatest fortune in history weren't built by trading time for money. They were built by leveraging ideas. Your intellectual property can be your ticket to a financial independence, but it starts with believing in your ability to create something valuable. Number 9, digital assets, content that lives forever. We live in the digital age where your online presence can be just as valuable as any physical asset you own. So digital assets, things like blogs, YouTube channel, ebooks, online courses, or even just social media accounts, are modern day gold mines. They have the potential to generate income long after you have created them. To create a successful digital asset, you need to provide the value. What unique insight, skills, or entertainment can you share with the world? Maybe it's teaching skills you have mastered, or sharing your personal experience, or creating an engaging content that resonates with a specific audience. And don't think you need to be an expert. The secret is consistency and authenticity. So by building your digital presence brick by brick, and over time, it can grow into something remarkable. So digital assets are one of the most accessible ways to build your wealth today. So start small, experiment, and just keep going. So the last one, time, money, opportunity cycle. So let's talk about the most powerful cycle in wealth building, the time, money, and opportunity cycle. So understand this cycle is the circuit to maximize your potential and creating a life of abundance. So here's how it works. You start with time. Whether you are rich or poor, we all have a 24/7 a day. The question is, how are you using your time? Are you investing it in activities that create value, or are you letting it slip away? The next comes money. When you invest your time wisely by learning new skills, starting a business, or creating the asset, you generate income. But the cycle doesn't stop there. Finally, the opportunity arises. With money, you gain access to the new opportunities, investment, partnership, or ventures that can multiply your returns. So this cycle continues as you reinvest your time and money into the bigger and better opportunities. It's a good loop that builds momentum every time. But here's the problem. Many of people get stuck in the time for money trap. They spend all their time working for someone else and have no energy left to pursue their own dreams. So the key to break free is to start small. Dedicate a portion of your time to creating something that generates passive income or adds a value to your future self. So the time money opportunity cycle is about creating leverage. It's about using your time and money strategically to open doors that lead to even greater possibilities. But the question is, are you ready to take control of your time, invest in yourself, or creating opportunities that will change your life? Final thought. So now you know those powerful assets. It's time to think about which one you'll focus on. It's time to think about how they fit into your wealth building journey. Remember, you don't have to tackle everything at once. Just start small, but think bigger. So whether you start with cash, real estate, or stocks, each move gets you closer to building wealth. Because building wealth takes time. But once you set up these assets, they'll work for you passively. So which of these 10 assets will you start today?